So in this video, I want to share a beginner's guide to getting started with cryptocurrency trading and investing. Now, I'm not a cryptocurrency expert by any means. I'm actually just getting into this again for the first time since 2017. And I want to document investing around $10,000 to $20,000 into cryptocurrencies over the next few months and just documenting what I'm doing, the steps that I'm taking, and how I'm investing the money. So the goal is to turn this 10K into 100K by the end of the year. Can I do it? I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, but we'll see. I'm ready and prepared to lose this money if something doesn't work out, and I want to make that clear to you. Don't invest anything into cryptocurrency or just in anything, in stocks or whatever, that you're not already willing to lose. Now, if you're a subscriber here, you might be asking, why am I making this video? Because it's not my normal type of content. I don't make crypto content. Well, the thing is, in 2017, I first started investing in crypto, Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and that was during the first bull run, where I think it reached 19,000 or so at the highest point before it plummeted all the way down to $2,000 or $3,000 a coin. And it didn't move for a few years, so I kind of forgot about it. I didn't really think too much about it. And when it started to ramp back up last year, end of 2020 and earlier this year, I was interested in getting back into it, right? Getting some money to put aside and start investing again, but it was too distracting and I want to focus on my business. But now I'm noticing that it's just not going away. Crypto is here to stay. It's the future. There is way too many people jumping on board and learning more about it, getting skin in the game, investing, trading. So I thought, why not get back into this and learn more about it by getting skin in the game, investing my own money and documenting the journey and see how it goes. So I'm okay with losing this money, whatever happens to it. Of course, I want it to double, triple, even 10x. But the goal with this video and this series of videos I'm going to put out is really just to document the journey of me learning about this new industry or this new skill. And it's another way to make money online. So I thought, why not turn this into content? I think it's going to be fun to go deeper and to share with you what I'm doing and what I'm learning and also mistakes that I'm making so that you cannot make those same mistakes. So that's what we're going to do here. And I'm going to jump into my computer. I'm going to show you what I've set up so far and what I've invested in so far. And I'm also going to show you what I'm considering, the people that I follow for news, the tools that I'm using. I'm going to show you all that in this video here. Okay, so let's jump in right now. All right, so I've tried to make it as simple as possible for you on the steps that I've taken so far for getting started and also some resources that I'm using so far. I'm still learning, and the resources that I use to learn more about this and the different tools that I use for trading and the exchanges and research. So let's start off at the top here. What you should first do is set up a dedicated crypto Gmail address or a dedicated email address specifically for crypto. Don't use it for anything else. Don't email your friends or family from it or sign up for random stuff. Only use it for crypto. So I did this, and I also created something called LastPass, an account there. There's a free account, and LastPass houses all of my different logins. So I can log in here and show you. Real quick, an extra layer of security that I use is something called Google Authenticator. And this is a free app. It just adds a second layer of security so that if someone tries to hack into your account, they need physical access to your phone to get these codes that are always changing, and they have to send it back, and it's a time-sensitive code. So let me just show you what I mean here. If I go to log in on LastPass, and I have Google Authenticator set up for all the apps that I use around crypto, if I click enter, you can see here it says multi-factor authentication. So now what I have to do is go to my phone, and there's a code that I was given that it constantly changes, right? So there's like a time limit where it counts down and it changes to a new code. So this keeps your accounts pretty secure. So if someone tries to hack in, they have to have physical access to your phone, and that's tough to do. So now I'm logged into LastPass, and you can see all of the main logins that I'm using for crypto are in here. So I have some exchanges like Binance, Coinbase. I have some backup codes for Google Authenticator, which is the app that I just showed you. And then I have my Gmail account, and then also another exchange here. So I have all of my crypto related things and logins in here with my password saved. And you want to do the same thing. So create a new Gmail account, install the Authenticator app on your phone and set this up. It works for both Android and iPhone, and make sure you have that extra layer of security. So once you've done that, if you're just getting started, you're a beginner, the best place to start is probably Coinbase. Now, I started on Coinbase in 2017. I already have, I actually have 2 accounts, and I already have some money in there from years ago when I first started. So there's Coinbase and Coinbase Pro. And I don't think Pro costs anything to use, at least I wasn't charged anything. It just allows you to trade with lower fees. So I only recently found this out, again, just like a couple days ago when I started investing more money, that it has lower fees on Coinbase Pro. So what I'm doing forward is I'm gonna trade on using Coinbase Pro. And Coinbase, the core platform, is if you're a brand new person, a beginner, and you want an easier interface. So let me just show you what that looks like. So on May 10th, there was a dip in the market. So I was like, why not start investing again? I transferred $10,000 to this Coinbase account, and I started investing in some coins here. I'll talk about which ones I invested in a second here. But I invested $2,500 or $3,000 so far. There's $4,500 left in here, and then I transferred some over to Coinbase Pro. You can see there's $3,000 here and $6,000 in this account so far. And you can start on Coinbase, the regular platform, if you just want something that's easy to see. Coinbase Pro is a little more complicated, but it really isn't that complicated once you poke around a bit. So all you got to really do here is sign up for Coinbase, and I'm going to have a link below this video. You can get $10 for free. If you use that link, I get $10 as well, but you get $10. Let's share the $10 together. So all you got to do is sign up for Coinbase, and from there you connect your bank account and you fund your account. So there's going to be a button here. There should be like a settings button that says connect your bank. And once you do connect it, you'll be able to buy and sell. So if I click on this, I can pick the coin. All right. And let's just say this, right? And then I can, it's hooked up to my bank here. I don't want to click buy because it's going to show my numbers. But you just pick whatever you want to invest and you buy, right? You preview the buy, and it's really simple. There's nothing really to it. The hard part comes in setting up all this stuff to begin with. It's not really that hard. It just takes a little bit of time. And then also researching the coins that you want to invest in. If you want to get a little riskier and you want to trade altcoins, which is anything that's other than like the Bitcoin or Ethereum, the core coins, then you have to do more research. So I'm going to, just for fun, I want to get into doing more research and learning more about coins and crypto. So I am allocating a certain amount of my 10 to 20K budget into trading riskier coins, right? Some maybe coins that are smaller, they have room to grow. So I've allocated some of my money, and I'm okay with losing it if it doesn't work out. But let's talk about the next step, right? So you've signed up for Coinbase. You can use the link below to get free $10. You've connected your bank. You've funded your account. And from there, before you buy anything, I want you to think about your investing strategy. Now, what do I mean by an investing strategy? Well, first off, you want to figure out how much do you want to invest. Okay, don't just say, I'm just going to invest what I feel like at the time. Set an amount over a certain period of time, and that's going to keep you from making any emotional decisions and making any brash decisions where you maybe lose money and you want to get back in and you want to try to get it back, kind of like a casino, right? So you don't want to get into those situations. And by choosing your investment strategy and choosing the amount that you're going to invest, how you're going to allocate it. And I'm using a strategy called modified DCA, or dollar cost averaging. I learned this from a guy named Journey Crypto. This is what I mean by your strategy, right? So if I go here to this sheet, this is how I'm tracking what I've invested in so far, the coins, the amounts, the price at the time. And this is how I'm allocating my 10K. So I might increase this to 20K. I'm not really sure yet. But if I'm having fun, I will. 75% of the 10K is going to be on core, stable, or safer coins, right? Like the Bitcoins, the Ethereums, and I'd consider like some of these more on the safer side. 25%, I'm going to be playing and trading riskier altcoins with upside potential, right? So these are coins that they're really small. You might have heard of Dogecoin before, right? The meme coin, or Shiba Inu, the SHIB coin, which is starting to explode now as well. Those are like the riskier altcoins, right? So I don't recommend, I mean, you could do this if you want to, but I don't recommend putting too much into these riskier trades unless you're spending a ton of time researching and you're spending all day like watching the coins and watching the charts. Most people are better off just putting most of it in these core or stable or safer coins. Now, I don't know much about researching and all that. I'm still learning, but the tools that I use or the tool that I use is CoinMarketCap. So I think I have it up here on the screen already. And what this does is it shows you like the prices over 24 hours. It shows you like a nice digital representation of the trends here. It shows you a 7-day average, like if it's going up or down, the market cap, and all kinds of, if you click into here, like any of these coins, you'll get more information on the coin itself. So all kinds of information that you need for research and figuring out what coin to buy, you can find it all here in CoinMarketCap. And this is a free tool that you can use. So I'm still learning more about this. I'm watching videos. I'm learning how to research coins and what to look for before buying. So I'm not an expert. Okay, I got to keep saying that. I'm just learning and documenting what I'm learning here. This is not financial advice. I'm literally showing you exactly what I'm doing. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. So I'm just learning the ropes here. Now, some exchanges that I've used and am using right now: Coinbase, Binance, and KuCoin. There's a bunch of other ones out there. There's tons of them, but these are the ones that I've signed up for so far that are in my LastPass vault right here. And also for information, how am I learning? Well, I've bought a couple courses, and I'm also following people on Twitter and YouTube to stay up to date on news and to just continue learning about what to look for, the coins to look for, the trends in the market. And to be honest, this stuff's pretty fun. It's pretty interesting. I didn't expect it to be, but it is. It's fun learning about this stuff. So Alex Becker is one. He does a lot of trolling and just really funny, humorous content about his experience trading. He's not really an expert either, but I know he's made quite a bit of money. He's a super successful entrepreneur, and he is learning more and documenting his journey too. So Alex Becker, really entertaining guy to follow. I just follow him because I like all of his stuff around entrepreneurship as well. Journey Crypto. All these guys were pretty much recommended in a video by Alex Becker, and I follow them for various different reasons: news, coins to look out for, research, predictions as well. So these are the people I follow: Journey Crypto, Sheldon Evans, Lark Davis, Digital Asset News, and Data Dash. And again, for various reasons here. So this is what I have set up so far. Not much. I mean, I set up my accounts. I set up a dedicated Gmail. I started investing. I transferred 10K over. I have 7,500 left in cash to play around with. I do want to talk about modified DCA. So Journey Crypto has an entire video on this, so I won't talk too much about this, but dollar cost averaging, what is it? Well, it's very common in, like, when you're investing in stocks. This is basically what I do with my stocks and my mutual and index funds. But dollar cost averaging is an investment strategy in which an investor divides up the total amount to be invested across a periodic purchases of a target asset in an effort to reduce the impact of volatility on the overall purchase. Now, what does that mean? Well, you might say, I want to invest 12K over the course of this year, and I want to invest once per month, right? So $1,000 per month. Now, every day, and this is kind of how I have my stock set up, is every day, the same day every month, maybe it could be the first of the month, for example, you have an automatic transfer that just goes automatically into a certain stock or a certain fund, a mutual fund or index fund. And that is dollar cost averaging. It just takes out the emotion. You're just automatically investing regardless of price. You're just keeping it consistent. And there's a certain average in there on what you bought the price at, right? So some days you might be buying it at, let's say, $5 on a certain stock, and maybe the next month is $10. And so the average there is like $7.50, right? So by buying it at low, and you just have it on automatic, by buying it low, buying it high, there's going to be a certain average that comes out, but it takes out the emotion and it just keeps it consistent. Now, modified DCA is what I learned from Journey Crypto, and it makes sense to do it this way because crypto's a lot more volatile than stocks, right? It goes up and down like crazy every single day. So what he does is he allocates a certain amount that he wants to invest every month. Let's just say it's $1,000 a month he wants to invest in crypto. And instead of just automatically having it invest in certain coins on specific days, what he does is he looks at the charts and he looks for dips, right? So he waits. He doesn't want to buy it at its high point when it's all the way at the top here, because he's going to lose a lot of money if it goes all the way back down because it's so volatile. So he waits until he sees some dips in the market, till he sees red like this, and then he buys in at those lower prices. And that makes a big difference, especially with something volatile like crypto, because every day it's going like this, right? It's not like stocks. Stocks is usually more steady where it's going up. Sometimes it goes down, it goes up. But crypto has a lot more like of a yo-yo effect. So that's modified DCA. I'm doing a similar strategy. On May 10th, there was a dip in the market. So that's why I was like, okay, let's put some money in here. Let's start investing and let's start documenting what we're doing here. So that's exactly what I did so far. So if I jump back in here, that pretty much covers everything that I've done so far. So I've set up the accounts, I've set up my LastPass, the security, there's like a physical ledger that you can buy too. Maybe I'll make a separate video for that. I signed up for Coinbase, I funded the account, I started investing, I picked my strategy, and I started investing in these coins here, right? So you can set up a very similar spreadsheet for yourself. All this is really just tracking what days did I buy, at what price, and how much did I spend so far. It just helps me to keep on top of my budget here. So you can see here, here's the coins that I bought on May 10th. Here's the prices they were at when I bought it. And here's the amounts that I invested so far. So it looks like 3K I invested so far. So you can use a very similar document to this. If you guys want to see this document right here, I mean, it's not much. I'll link to it below so you guys can make a copy of it yourself. But again, this is not financial advice. I am not an expert in crypto trading. I'm learning probably just like you are. I'm just sharing what I've learned so far. So that is it for the beginner's guide for getting started trading and investing in crypto. It is pretty straightforward. Most of the work comes down to researching coins if you're going to get into the stickier, more complicated stuff. So I'll save that for another video, right? Altcoin investing and researching and all like the riskier stuff here, the sexier stuff. But until then, I'm still learning. I'm still figuring out the ropes. So I want to make a video as soon as I start to learn new things around that. But that's it for this video. Hope you guys got some value out of this. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this. My first non-online business style video. Let me know what you think, if you got value, if this is helpful. And that's it for this video. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.